Do you want to go up the stairs? Do you want to go up the stairs? Are you ready? Oh, Fern, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to go up the stairs? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Grumble Farm's YouTube channel, and welcome back to yet another vlog. I have no idea what episode this is going to be. I actually never know that until I get around to actually editing the footage that I'm capturing, but either way, welcome back. And if you are by chance new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Brandy. I literally never introduce myself in these vlogs because it always feels like I'm talking to the same small group of people. But I want to start putting the intention out there that I'm actually reaching new people on the YouTube platform and not just uploading for the same handful of people that have been enjoying this vlog series so far this summer. So I have been traveling between BC and Alberta doing farm and pug and pet sitting jobs and gigs at my clients' homes and on their properties throughout the past 3 months now. And I think this episode will be well into the 20s, if not heading to the 30s, into the 30s. So that's pretty impressive. I committed to this whole vlogging thing at the end of May, and I have been going hard, even in moments where it felt like it really wasn't worth it. And here we are. I'm back with another vlog, and I am here at Cedar View Acres. So if you have been following this whole episodic journey since the end of May, when Jesse was diagnosed with his brain tumor and we lost our cabin and I lost my car and I started traveling out to Alberta to try and find work, we were at Cedar View Acres earlier this summer. It was my first time taking care of chickens, and it was my first time taking care of horses. And at the end of that stay, Carleigh asked me if I would be willing to come back in the fall because her and her partner Matt were taking a trip to Italy. So the fall is here, and I am here for 2 weeks. I've actually already been here for over a week, so I only have a few days left. And I thought that when I got here this fall that I would be filming every single day. I was so motivated to film as much as I could while I was here because I knew how beautiful the property was. I knew I would have some privacy. I knew it would just be me and the pugs in this gorgeous home on this gorgeous property with all of these adorable animals. And when I got here, I just didn't feel like it. I felt so peaceful and so relaxed and just so happy to be here that I didn't feel like picking up my vlogging camera. I didn't feel like trying to capture everything I was doing. I just wanted to enjoy it, and enjoy it I have. It has been an incredible week and couple of days. And after I hit the 1 week point when I'm doing a sit, if it's a longer term house sit, I hit this 1 week point where I'm settled in, everything feels normal, I'm into a groove, I get into a routine, the dogs are feeling good about being here, they know what to do, they know how to move around, I've figured out the space, I've put all my stuff away. It feels like I live here. It feels like this is my new life. And so once I hit the 1 week point, I start to grieve the end of this sit. If I'm at a property or in a home for less than a week, it feels really, really temporary. But if I'm there for longer than that, it starts to feel like my new life. And so that's sort of where I am at now. I only have a few days left here, and I didn't want to leave Cedar View this fall without capturing at least a couple of vlogs. So things are pretty different here this time around. First of all, the land is different. The leaves are different. They're on the ground. There are different colors on the trees. The air is different. The temperature is different. It's much, much, much cooler. I'm not sweating my ass off like I was in the summer vlog series at Cedar View Acres. But also, there are way more chickens. There's an entirely new chicken coop. So there's 3 now. There was 2 last time. Lena and Spoon are in a different pasture, and they have a paddock that I have to bring them into at night and set them free into in the morning. So that's a whole new chore that I've been getting used to and that I absolutely love. There are 2 new barn kittens that I am obsessed with. They are so cute. Spending time in that barn with them is one of my favorite things to do here so far. And probably the biggest difference when I compare this time, this fall at Cedar View Acres with the summer at Cedar View Acres, is that I'm actually taking care of Carleigh and Matt's 2 Staffordshire Terriers, Maizey and Riley. Maizey is 2 years old and Riley is 8 years old. So Riley is chill. Maizey is bananas. It didn't take me that long to realize that I can't vlog the way that I normally vlog with Maizey because I can't risk my camera flying out of my hands when when she pulls on her big long lead that I walk her on. So she gets walked on, I think it's a horse training lead actually, to give her lots of room and lots of leeway. It's just an alternative to one of those like shitty extendable leashes, or retractable leashes rather. And it's been tough to walk her on that as well because the lead gets wrapped around my legs and it gets wrapped around her legs. But the thing that's the most frustrating is that she wraps herself around trees if I'm not paying attention, or even if I am paying attention, she just like bolts and runs and weaves and goes in between the trees and stuff like that. So it's been a little bit of a challenge, and I don't know why I thought this morning that I could go out with my camera and actually film and vlog like successfully. It was actually a total nightmare. I wanted to film like the beautiful sunrise and just like our really beautiful walks that we've been going on in the morning, but it didn't quite work out that way. We are finally back in the house. I just fed Maizey and Riley, and I'm just about to get the girls fed as well. And today I thought that we would just do a morning chores vlog because my morning chores here at Cedar View are a little bit different than they were last time. We are going to head out to the chicken coops and let everybody out, and then we're going to head over to Lena Spoon and we are going to release them from their paddock into their pasture so that they can graze all day. And then we're going to spend some time with the two little kittens in the barn. I have to check on their food and water and their litter box and stuff like that. And when we get back, I think I'm going to make a cup of tea or some kind of comforting warm beverage. I've already had way too much coffee this morning, and I want to sit down and just catch you guys up to speed on what's happened in my life and just in our world over the past 8 weeks, because it has been 8 weeks since I last picked up my vlogging camera. The last vlog that I shared was actually when I was leaving Beidou, Nero, and Tuco's place, and I shared that story about Beidou and Jonas and the forget-me-nots before I head back to the Kootenays. And I have been back in the Kootenays with Jessie for the past couple of months, so I haven't picked up my vlogging camera in a couple of months until I've been back here at Cedar View Acres. So there's been some time that has passed, and I feel like I say that from time to time in these vlogs because I don't vlog every single moment of my life. I want to take advantage of being here in this beautiful home on this beautiful property to just have a little chit chat with you guys and just connect with you a little bit about what's been going on from the last time you watched a vlog from me, the episode before this. So we are going to, head over to the chicken coop and go hang out with them for a little bit and say good morning to everybody. Stay. Wait. That's your command. Wait. All right. Good morning. Hello. So you know what else is different is that, oh, you guys knocked over your feeder. Oh my goodness. Last time I was here, there were babies in here with the door closed. And this time there's different babies that don't need to be separated from the big chickens. And so they have access to water and food all night and in the morning before I get out here to let them out. So I've found that they are much less excited to jump out of the actual coop when I open it in the morning. Last time they wanted to get out as quickly as possible because they wanted a drink of water from this one, and then they wanted to start eating their food from this one, which they still do, but there's definitely a lot less frenetic energy, I guess. So this guy, hilarious. I am so sad to announce that Heinz is no longer with us. He's still alive, but he's just not here with this flock. And this one, do you guys remember in the summer vlog series that I shared from Cedar View, I showed you this little tiny white chick that I thought was so adorable. This is what he turned into, was this rooster. So that's the rooster of the flock for now. And we'll head over to the bachelor coop in a minute. And then there's another bachelor coop of Polish right here. I'll show you them in a minute. But this is our new Heinz. I don't think he has a name, but you should have a name. he's pretty cute. So, sorry. I'm just gonna open your little door. And that's pretty much all I do. Hey, ma'am. It's time to start the day. There's nothing in there, hey? Hello. Yeah, there's never eggs here first thing in the morning unless I missed one from last night. I also have to clean these little poop shelves today, so I'm gonna do that with this little scoop and garbage can, so we're gonna do that later. But that's pretty much all I do first thing in the morning with these guys. It's really simple. And then I'm gonna head over to the bachelor coop. This is the new coop. It says ladies, but it's full of boys. I like to open this and just make sure that everybody's alive. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I have to clean your poop shelf too. Hi. And it's very sunny. Are you guys ready to start the day? I don't want you to jump out. I'm just gonna close that and open this. So you guys can come out and start your day. Yeah. There you go. Those guys are gonna take their time, hey? But you're ready to go. These guys look exactly like Heinz. So that's the bachelor coop number 1. And then bachelor coop number 2, this is where the babies were last time. So I spent quite a bit of time in this coop with the little ones when I was here in the summer. There are these strange little cuckoo Polish, I think they're called, in here. And these guys really don't appreciate me or like me at all. We're just gonna make sure this door stays open, and then you guys can come on out in your own time. So we're gonna leave them alone to start their morning. And that's basically it for the chickens, for now anyways. I let them sort of do their thing, and then I come back in a little bit just to kind of check everybody out, check for eggs, fill up the food and the water, give them some scratch and some treats and some grubs and stuff like that. But for now, we're gonna head over to Lena and Spoon's paddock and let them out into their pasture. I was reflecting on how much differently it feels to take care of these chickens the second time around, and I was thinking of the footage that I had filmed earlier this summer, and when I rewatch it and I listen to myself and I'm just observing myself and my behavior and my emotions when I very first got here and was experiencing taking care of chickens for the first time, I was like bedazzled. I was literally bewildered with these chickens, and I still love them so much, but the difference that I noticed is that I feel so much more confident in taking care of them, and it's not that like the novelty or the magic has worn off or anything like that, but it just feels normal. Whereas before, it was my very first time, and it felt like I don't know, it was just so exciting. And I feel like the vlogs I shared, I was like the starry-eyed emoji the entire time. And this time it's kind of like more down to business, like more down to, all right, time to let the chickens out. And then I go off and I do whatever else I need to do throughout the day. And then I come back, we collect the eggs. Like it's more, I don't know, it's more like strategic than it is just hanging out with them all day and playing with the babies and stuff like that. Like they don't really like me very much. They sort of like to do their own thing. And I like going out to them in the middle of the day and giving them something to do by putting some grubs and some, scratch and grains in their coop and in their shavings, because it kind of, I feel, is a bit of just stimulation. But I'm not spending as much time as I did with them last time because, I don't know, it just feels normal. And when I was filming last summer, it felt overwhelming and a little bit not unmanageable, but it just took up a lot of my day and a lot of my time. And it doesn't this time. It's just so much more normal. And my chicken tending and chicken care skills are just so much better. But we're here. Actually, we're gonna go this way. We're here at Lena and Spoon's paddock, and I love letting them out to their pasture to graze. Good morning. Hello, it's time. The time has come. Hello, sweet one. Yeah, you know what? I am not going to be able to do that. I can't use my tripod. No, I can't. It's just gonna be all handheld stuff. Yes, it is. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bonk your head, sweet love. Also, I have a lot more confidence around Lena and Spoon. It's just so much different this time around. So, you see that? The two of them literally just walk with me, which I think is so cute. Over to the gate here, and I just open this up. I know you're very excited. Yeah. And we basically just pull this open and let them out to enjoy their day. Well, they're just gonna stop right there today. Usually what actually happens is that I feel like they have so much pent-up energy from being inside of the paddock all night that they actually take off galloping into the distance, into this field. And when the sun is rising and the sky is a beautiful color and the clouds are lit up and it's really early in the morning and two horses take off galloping full speed into the distance, it has to be one of the most magical things that I've ever seen and ever felt in my life. I had a moment the other morning when it happened. They took off running full speed, maybe not full speed, but they took off running really fast. And the power of horses running is just, so beautiful. And I looked up at the sky and I just was thinking, like, is this heaven? This feels like heaven to me. And I feel like people who live in the country and get to experience things like this must feel that often, because holy shit, it is just something you don't get to experience when you're in the city. It's pretty spectacular and just feels so good to get to witness and experience. So Lena and Spoon will chill out there pretty much all day. Sometimes I like to go out with a brush and brush them. Lena actually had a whole bunch of burrs in her mane and in her tail when I first got here, so I had to go out there with some avocado spray and a brush, and I spent probably close to 45 minutes, an hour getting these burrs out of her mane, and it gave her this like fluffy mohawk. It was hysterical. Anyway, let's go say hi to the kitties. So they are usually right at the door when I open it. Hi, please don't run out. I don't want to lose you. Hi. Carleigh said that I could let them out, but I've been too scared to do that. And it looks like you spilled your water. Did we spill your water? So let's see if I can get down to their level here. And, you're gonna climb up. Hi, gorgeous. Hi. I think these cats are the cutest cats I've ever seen. They're kind of hard to film because they're so low down to the ground. And when I go down, they kind of come close to the camera. So I'm pretty sure that this one is Maple, and this is the female little girl, and this is her brother, Bacon. I could have that mixed up, but I'm pretty sure. So Bacon was really scared of me when I first got here. He would hang out up there, right there, and just like hiss at me. He did not want anything to do with me, and now he loves me. Yes, he does. We've had some good snuggles. We've been bonding. He's so sweet. Maple is just like this love bug. She reminds me of like the kitty version of Maizey. She just wants to snuggle all day and she loves being pet and touched. It's very sweet. I know, hi. But see, it's like really hard to get footage of them because they're just on me the whole time. And they're so sweet. Hey, there's a camera. There's a camera.
Yeah. Hey, sweetheart. Yes. That's such a good girl. Yeah.
Maybe I'll set up my tripod and take like a shot of me with them on my lap. I don't know. What else can you do with kitties?
Kitties! Kitties! Hi! Hello, babies. Hello, little ones. Hi! Hello. So sweet.
A cat's attention is so fickle.
Hey, you're there one moment and then you're gone the next. And then you're back. Hey?
I have never been a cat person. I think I've talked about this in previous vlogs. I remember when I was farm sitting for Jade at I don't know how to pronounce her name. Dijkstra Ranch or Lasting Strides. Monkey? Do you guys remember Monkey? That kind of tortoiseshell calico-ish looking kitty who was so incredibly affectionate. I could not get her away from me. She kept stepping in front of the camera and putting her cat butt in front of the frame when I was trying to talk. And I remember never having experienced cuddling with a cat that was that affectionate. And it was really, really sweet. And these kitties, oh my goodness, like they're more cuddly than Ivy is. I'll tell you that much. And I can only imagine if they were indoor cats, how many couch snuggles I would have with them. Like, this is precious. They are precious little beings. I think Carleigh is sort of training or priming them to be mousers so that they can roam the property and, you know, the barn and get all those little mice and voles and maybe gophers like Shroot. Hey? Shroot the gopher assassin? Barn cats and barn cat life is also something that is totally new to me. I'm a little more used to it now, and I understand the role of a barn cat on a farm or on a rural property. At first it seemed really odd to me, and I remember when I witnessed Shroot capture and play with and kill a gopher, a ground squirrel, and then literally rip its head off and eat its insides, and I was horrified. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. And I think it was just a lack of exposure to that kind of thing and like witnessing stuff that happens every single day, but that we don't necessarily see and we choose not to watch if we don't have to. But I've definitely gotten a lot more used to it now, and I totally get the barn cat life.
You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. You're so funny. You're so funny. You're playing with her tail. That's like literally adorable.
Oh, I want to show you something that I realized they do that I think is absolutely hysterical. So, it's a little bit messy over here because I have to clean up this water, but, or not clean it up, but just I have to refill their water. They have this little toy over here, and I call this doing our mousy practice. They love this thing. It's super cute. They love playing with it. And let's go play with it over here so it doesn't look as bad with the spilled water. Hey, I know you guys love this. You love it. It's so fun. So we do our mousy practice, and then watch what happens when I spin this thing in the air. It's so funny. Guys, come here, come here. Watch them. I think that is the funniest thing. Let's do it again. Ready? They've just got their eyes on it the whole time. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, let's see if you'll do it again. Ready? 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 Okay, that's adorable.
Adorable. Adorable.
Let's fill this up for you guys. I have no idea what happened here. I'm gonna let these guys chill in the barn for the rest of the morning, and then I'll come back later when I'm doing my afternoon rounds and we'll do snuggles then. Bye. Have a good morning. Maizey. I have Maizey right behind me because she is such a Velcro dog. It's insane. You crazy Maizey, aren't ya? I love her name because you can play around with it with so many different nicknames. I've been calling her a Maizey Grace, even though sometimes you're a little less than graceful. But Crazy Maizey is appropriate as well. I just wanted to sit down and kind of just freely talk about what life has been like over the past 2 months since I vlogged last, or since you guys watched the last vlog. So these past 2 months have been the longest period of time that I have stayed in the Kootenays at our new place, the little shack on the farm, I've been calling it, because when we moved in the middle of July, I was in the middle of traveling so much back and forth from BC to Alberta and staying at so many different places and so many different people's homes and caring for so many animals. It was just this whirlwind of travel and moving from place to place and kind of distraction in a way. I was very much distracting myself. I felt like I was very much running away from the reality of what had transpired or what had happened after we lost the cabin. The couple of times that I did go back to the Kootenays to see Jessie in between my sitting jobs over here in Alberta, I was only there to crash for a week or maybe 2 weeks tops over the summer. So it really felt very temporary, and then I was able to pack up my stuff and head out again. And at my sitting jobs, I am staying in these absolutely beautiful homes, fully functioning kitchens, fully functioning bathrooms. They have stoves, they have dishwashers, they have ovens, they have laundry, they have washers and dryers. They have all of these normal things that I used to have and I am living without right now when I'm staying at this little shack on the farm. And so I've been able over the past few months to kind of fake living a life that's sort of like up to my standards while my cost of living has gone down. And it's just been a really unique situation that I've been in over the past few months, like over the whole entire summer and heading into the fall basically. But these past few months back in the Kootenays, before I got here again to this fall sitting chapter or this fall sitting edition of Cedar View Acres, was the longest I've ever stayed put at this little shack in the Kootenays with Jessie. And it didn't really go very smoothly. I think I was finally hit with the reality of where we had ended up and what it really felt like to be living in this tiny little space with Jessie for an extended period of time, and not just for a week or two before I left to go off to my next job. So the place that we moved into is 350 square feet, maybe a little bit more, maybe even a little bit less, I don't know. The cabin was 1,400 square feet, and 1,400 square feet was actually the perfect size for me to feel like I could move around and spread out my things and breathe and have the space like apart from Jessie sometimes. And it was the perfect size. It wasn't big, it wasn't small, it was just like the perfect size. And now we're in 350 square feet. We are cooking with a single burning hot plate and a toaster oven, and we don't have a proper bedroom door. It's just this kind of like barn door, sliding door situation. And it's been really fucking hard. Truly, it's been a really difficult adjustment, and I am trying to make tiny little improvements to make the living space feel more comfortable for myself and my preferences and what I like and how I like to work and how I like to move about my space. I am a homebody, so I really value my home space and the different areas of a home that I spend time in. So one of those, as you guys probably know, is the kitchen, and adapting to this little kitchenette with a hot plate and a toaster oven has been a challenge, but I also don't have an office space anymore. I know that it's kind of a relief for him when I leave, because that little space is kind of perfect for him, and when he's moving about doing his thing, he can keep it nice and clean and like it's quiet, and it's, I don't know, it's just perfect for him, and it's perfect for one person. But when there's two people and two little dogs that shed a lot and poop a lot, it's just a totally different dynamic, and it's hard. I find that it's hard to be two individual people in one tight, small little space. Both Jesse and I are trying to get a little more into fitness and like working out, and the way that we have to do that in this shack is crazy. Like Jesse closes the barn door and squishes himself in between the foot of the bed and the wall with his mat and does his workout kind of right there. And then if I want to do yoga or if I want to do a workout, I put my mat in front of the futon with like the end of my mat butted up against my desk, and my head is kind of in the kitchen. And that's where I'm doing yoga, and I can't do most of the poses because I actually can't spread my arms out or put my legs in any yoga positions. So it's been difficult. The other thing that I've been reflecting on a lot over these past couple of months that I've been hunkered down at the little shack on the farm before coming here to Cedar View Acres, I've been editing a lot. I've been catching up on all of the footage that I filmed this summer. So that's basically all I've been doing for the past 2 months, is editing and editing and editing and editing and editing and getting out these vlogs and getting out these vlogs and getting out these vlogs. So I've been thinking a lot about what that process has been like for me and where I want that to go once I'm finally done these sitting jobs and I'm back at the little shack on the farm for the winter. And I realized that these vlogs have very much been go, 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 go. The focus of these vlogs have been my travels and all of these new places that I go, which are usually full of new experiences, like taking care of the chickens and the horses, new environments, new neighborhoods, just new things that constantly have me feeling very energized and full of adrenaline and always just wanting to share. I absolutely love sharing. I am settling more into this truth and more into this reality and just more into the core of who I am as somebody who loves sharing about life as time goes on. I'm just realizing that more and more and more about myself and accepting that about myself. I just love to share. I love to share new experiences. I love to share my struggles and hardships and how I'm overcoming them. I love to share the things that I find beautiful. I love to share things that I find interesting or inspiring. I just love to share, and I love to connect with other people. And that's what I've been doing this whole summer, is just sharing this excitement. And there have been moments where I've cried and moments where I've had experiences or realizations or thoughts that have made me feel really down or really low. I've shared some of that stuff too. It hasn't been all happy stuff, but it's just been sharing about this journey. It's been go, go, go. It's been travel. It's been these new experiences, these new homes, these new environments, all new stuff. And what I realized is that because I've been sharing so much of that, I actually haven't really been sharing too much of what's been on my heart in terms of my inner process. I've been sharing a lot of my outer process and my external process. Like, where are we going now? What are we doing next? What chores are on the docket for today? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So whenever I'm editing, I'm actually listening to myself do intros and stuff like that. And I'm talking about today we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. And I'm like, wow, I'm really not sharing my heart, really. That's what it feels like. And I know I share little pieces about Jonas when I'm experiencing and feeling things like that. I don't hold back from being vulnerable when I have a moment to be vulnerable, but I've been very distracted with just this fast pace of traveling and the excitement of going to new places and stuff like that. And that's primarily what I've been sharing. So I haven't been sharing my thoughts or opinions opinions on too much. I haven't been sharing my knowledge or the things that I know that I feel like I should be sharing with the world. I haven't been sharing about things that have come up that have really pissed me off or really bugged me that I really want to talk about, but I'm a little scared because I'm scared of confrontation. I haven't been showing up very strongly or very confidently in that regard. And my vlogs kind of reflect this in that their thumbnails and their titles are kind of all over the place. Because it's like this happened and this happened and this happened, like all in one vlog, but I don't have any topic-based vlogs, topic-based videos where I'm sitting down and talking to the camera and actually sharing about my opinion or my unique perspective or take on something, or sharing a story or an experience mindfully and intentionally sitting down thinking about like, this video is going to be titled this, and the thumbnail is going to look like this, and this is what I want to say. My vlogs have all been like flying by the seat of my pants, super random, and my editing process has kind of been similar. I go in there and I have no idea what I'm doing. I just like put these clips together, find some music, put it to the beat, and then try and create some kind of story, fade it in, fade it out, boom, export, upload, done. And it's been really hard to get viewers for these videos. My views right now per vlog are about 200 to 300. Grumble Farm's YouTube channel has 2,020 subscribers at the time of filming this. As I move into the rest of the fall and into the winter, that's where I'm going to be focusing most of my time and most of my energy is into YouTube. I don't think I'm gonna get too much into that here because I actually want to create a separate video about this topic that's not going to be blended in with this last farm sit here at Cedar View. So I know Carleigh is probably watching this, and that's the other weird thing is like, I feel like I can't really talk or go off on tangents or like talk about my it's not that I can't, but it feels awkward talking about my personal life or sitting down in somebody else's home to talk about me and like what's going on outside of like these sits when it's combined with taking care of their animals and their homes. Carleigh was saying how she watches the vlog with her partner, and I can just imagine them sitting there like watching this vlog, and then I sit down to talk about all this like personal stuff about my life like as I'm sitting in their living room. It's just weird. I think I'll feel a little more comfortable once I'm back in the Kootenays in my own space to actually sit down and speak my voice. These next few days are my last pet sitting job for this fall. Then I have one in the winter in Kamloops, and then we're done. So I can't help but think what comes next and how do I share that with this little audience that I have here on YouTube. There are probably so many more things that I wanted to say today. I didn't script anything. I didn't plan anything out. I literally just sat down here. Haven't drank water the whole goddamn time that I've been sitting here, of course. I honestly don't know what the next vlog is going to be. I'm hoping that I'll be able to film another one while I'm here. I am heading up to Jade's farm, Lasting Strides, to reunite with Astrid, the cow, and Kelly, the pig, and the goats, and the chickens, and the horses, and all that stuff because Jade is hosting an event where we get to paint pumpkins with cow faces on them, and I'm so excited about that. I told her that I was going to be vlogging, so if you don't see another vlog from me here at Cedar View with Maizey and Riley, then you will see me heading up to Lasting Strides to do a cow pumpkin painting night, which I think is going to be really fun. I'm gonna pick up some tidbits because I didn't know that Astrid could eat Timbits, plain little Timbit donuts. We're gonna feed Astrid some Timbit donuts and do some pumpkin painting. So yeah, if you don't see me before then, I'll see you at Lasting Strides. And other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please join Patreon if you want to support me and the channel. I need to get better at promoting that. I am really, really, really bad at promoting that. If you would like to support us, that's the best way to do it. So hopefully I'll see you over there too. And I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.